Leadership is not about rank or title, it's about responsibility. In Extreme Ownership, Jocko Willink and Leif Babin reveal lessons forged in the chaos of combat. Their message is clear. Leaders must own everything in their world. No excuses, no blame. When things go wrong, true leaders don't point fingers. They look in the mirror. Responsibility is not punishment, it's power. The ability to take ownership transforms teams, builds trust, and creates the foundation for success in any mission. In battle, hesitation costs lives. In life, it costs opportunity. The authors explain that indecision and ego are the enemies of leadership. To lead effectively, we must detach emotionally, assess objectively, and act decisively. A leader's calm under pressure shapes the behavior of everyone around them. Chaos demands composure. Leadership is about discipline, not dominance. The team reflects the mindset of its leader, and a disciplined leader creates a disciplined culture that wins. Jocko and Leif teach that excuses destroy credibility. Leaders must never say, "It's not my fault." Ownership means owning every outcome, even those influenced by others. When leaders accept full responsibility, their teams do the same. It creates a culture of accountability where failure becomes learning instead of shame. Leadership isn't about appearing perfect. It's about being honest, adaptable, and relentless in improvement. The moment you stop blaming others, you gain full control of your destiny. What's one situation in your life where taking full ownership changed everything? Share your story in the comments. It might inspire someone else to lead with greater responsibility. One of the book's core lessons is that there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. A team's performance always reflects its leadership. Weak leaders create confusion, fear, and inconsistency. Strong leaders create clarity, trust, and momentum. Leadership is not about charisma. It's about consistency. When leaders demand more from themselves than they do from others, respect becomes automatic. The best teams don't need motivation. They operate on mutual accountability and shared vision. The principle of simplicity runs deep in extreme ownership. Complexity kills execution. The more complicated a plan, the higher the chance of failure. Leaders must simplify goals so every team member understands the mission and their role. Simplicity breeds confidence. Clarity saves lives, on the battlefield and in business. Great leaders communicate with precision and remove confusion before it becomes chaos. The simpler the plan, the stronger the execution, and the faster success becomes inevitable. The authors emphasize that discipline equals freedom. Structure creates stability. When we master the small routines, waking early, planning effectively, executing relentlessly, we gain control over the larger battles in life. Freedom is not found in doing whatever we want. It's found in doing what must be done. Leaders who live with discipline inspire teams to act with purpose. Consistency beats intensity every time. The disciplined leader doesn't demand excellence. They embody it. Another key concept is decentralized command. No leader can control everything. Success depends on empowering others to lead at every level. Jocko and Leif teach that leaders must trust their people, share information, and encourage initiative. When every person acts as a leader, teams move faster and adapt better. Micromanagement is weakness disguised as control. True leadership creates leaders, not followers. The best leaders step back and let others step up. Ego is one of the greatest threats to leadership. It blinds judgment, blocks feedback, and breeds conflict. Jocko and Leif explain that the most dangerous enemy isn't external, it's internal. Great leaders check their ego daily. They listen more than they speak, admit when they're wrong, and always credit the team for victories. Ego says, "I know best." Ownership says, "How can we improve?" Humility is strength. The quieter the leader, the louder their influence. The book also reveals that courage and fear often coexist. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's control over it. Leaders feel fear, but they don't submit to it. Courage is moving forward when comfort tells us to stop. Jocko reminds us that every mission, whether in combat, business, or life, requires risk. Playing safe leads to stagnation. Growth is dangerous, but so is regret. Leaders aren't fearless. They're simply disciplined enough to act despite fear. Jocko's mantra is simple: cover and move. It's the foundation of teamwork. Every person supports the others, so the mission succeeds as a whole. In leadership, cover and move means collaboration. No one wins alone. When departments or egos compete, progress dies. The best teams operate like SEAL units, united, silent, and focused. Cover and move isn't just strategy. It's humility in action. Leaders who serve the mission above their pride never lose sight of purpose. Prioritization and execution are the lifelines of effective leadership. When chaos hits, we must identify the most critical task, execute it, and move to the next. Multitasking destroys focus. Jocko says, "Relax, look around, make a call." Pressure demands clarity. Leaders who stay calm guide others through uncertainty. The ability to prioritize under stress separates amateurs from professionals. In life's toughest moments, simplicity and focus are the sharpest weapons of success. One of the most profound lessons in extreme ownership is that leadership and followership are connected. Every great leader knows how to follow, and every great follower leads by example. Respect flows both ways. When leaders value their teams, morale soars. When followers trust leadership, results compound. Influence doesn't come from authority, it comes from example. Leading and following with humility creates alignment, and alignment turns potential into unstoppable force. The authors reveal that leadership demands constant learning. Experience is valuable, but reflection turns experience into wisdom. Great leaders never stop refining themselves. Complacency is the silent killer of growth. Every victory is temporary. Every mistake is a lesson. The best leaders are students forever of people, strategy, and themselves. Growth is not optional in leadership. It's the mission. When we stop learning, we stop leading. Progress requires perpetual humility and relentless discipline. Jocko and Leaf also discuss the balance between being aggressive and being cautious. Leadership lives in the gray zone between recklessness and hesitation. Aggression drives progress. Discipline keeps it controlled. Leaders who act boldly, yet think strategically, earn trust quickly. Fearless doesn't mean foolish. Great leaders balance risk and reason. The ability to adapt under uncertainty defines true mastery. Leadership isn't about perfection. It's about balance, consistency, and courage to move when others freeze. The book's message extends beyond combat. It's a manual for life. Whether leading a business, a family, or oneself, the same principles apply. Take ownership, communicate clearly, and stay disciplined. Excuses destroy progress. Accountability builds momentum. Leadership begins when we stop waiting for someone else to fix things and start saying, "I've got this." Responsibility transforms weakness into strength. Leadership is not about authority. It's about ownership of everything in your world. Ultimately, extreme ownership is a philosophy of action. It teaches that every success and failure starts with leadership, and leadership starts with you. The battlefield is a metaphor for life, unpredictable, unforgiving, and full of lessons for those who dare to learn. When we take full responsibility, we remove limits. When we embody discipline, we inspire excellence. Leadership is not found in commanding others. It's found in commanding ourselves. Own everything. Lead everyone. Win relentlessly.